You won't notice the moment your life changes. It won't knock. It won't warn you. It won't arrive with the kind of weight that makes you stop and say, something's different. Nope. It appears the way a new season appears. Slowly, quietly, secretly, 1 degree at a time. A thought you almost ignored, a feeling you brushed aside, a tiny decision that didn't look dangerous or meaningful, something so small that your mind didn't bother saving it as a memory. The 5 years from now, that same small moment becomes the invisible line, separating the life you could have lived from the life you settled for. Life doesn't change when you want it. It changes when you choose something different in a moment that looks ordinary. And right now, at this exact second, you're standing in one of those moments. Be careful. So, a quiet doorway, a hidden turning point, a place where the next version of you is asking one simple question. Will you walk past this moment, or will you step into it? So, let's step into the journey together. Okay. Every day you move, not always physically, but mentally, towards something, away from something, closer to who you want to be, or deeper into the patterns you promised you'd break. These moments are quiet. You've experienced that before, I know. And you don't feel their impact in a day, or a week, or even a month. But 5 years. 5 years amplifies everything. Walk 1 degree. Of course, today. And in 5 years, you'll end up in a place that feels nothing like your life. I know it's hard, and you've experienced it too. Okay. Let's move on. Walk 1 degree toward growth today. And in 5 years, you'll meet a version of yourself you didn't know you could become. And if you're honest, you already sense which direction your small movements have been pushing you toward. Expansion or toward escape. A single choice doesn't rewrite your life, but a repeated choice does. Every identity, strong or broken, is simply a pattern repeated long enough to feel natural. If you choose comfort today, nothing happens. Choose it every day, and it becomes your personality. If you choose effort today, nothing changes instantly. Choose it every day, and it becomes your standard, your rhythm, your oxygen, your love, your everything. Okay, here's the truth we never want to admit. You're always becoming someone, either by design or by default, and you can feel a difference inside you. The version that's tired of repeating the same cycle, and the version that's beginning you to step into something harder but better. Okay, move on. There's a moment, quiet, private, unseen, where every person stands face to face with themselves. No audience, no applause, no pressure. Just one question. Do I continue as who I've been, or begin as who I could be? Continuing is easier, of course. Predictable, comfortable. Restarting feels heavier because the mind hates unfamiliar paths. But every life you admire begins with a restart. A moment they didn't broadcast. A decision they didn't announce. A silent promise that said, I won't keep repeating this. And maybe you felt that pressure too. A quiet internal push that keeps asking, is this really all you want your life to be? And yep, I know that you've heard that too. It's a little bit noisy. I don't know. Not comfortable to hear, but we have to move on. Okay, every future requires a price. The question is, when you want to pay it. You pay now through effort, or you pay later through regret. Effort is uncomfortable, but temporary. Regret is quiet, but permanent. Effort hurts the moment you begin. Regret hurts every time you remember. Avoid something now, and your mind feels right. Face it now, and your mind feels lighter. Even if the work is hard, of course, which is hard, I know it, but you have to move on. You have to go toward it, just stand here and do nothing doesn't work the way that we want to, right? Okay, let's get back to work. So, you've tasted both kind of pain before, and you already know which one you want to stop choosing. So, the 5th part is really interesting. Trust me. So, the people who shape your next 5 years are the most important ones. Hear me out. Your environment is a silent architect. People around you shape your beliefs long before you shape your actions. Sit with people you complain. And your mind becomes a machine that collects excuses. Sit with people who build, and you begin to build without noticing. Here's something most people don't realize. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You rise to the level of the people you allow close enough to influence you. La la. La 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 la. La la. Okay. It was a lot of la. Okay, sorry. Okay. And somewhere inside, you already know who in your life makes you smaller and who expands you so naturally that you feel like breathing deeper around them. You act according to what you believe you deserve, not what you wish for. If the story in your mind says you're not enough, your choices will shrink to fit that story. But if your inner story shifts even slightly, your actions shift with it. You don't need loud confidence. You don't need a dramatic transformation. You just need one belief. I can grow into a better version of myself. That belief is the seed. Your choices are the sunlight. 5 years is the garden. And I am the one who's telling you to just do that. Make that seed grow. I don't know. Just do something with it. And maybe lately, even without admitting it, you've been craving a version of yourself that feels stronger, calmer, more capable. That desire is a sign, which is saying you're ready to change the story. Just come with me to imagine something. Imagine the future version of you 5 years from today. Not in a dreamy and realistic way, but in a grounded, honest way. Okay? Where do they wake up? What kind of place do they have? What habits feel natural to them? Who stands beside them? What have they let go of? And what have they finally started? Everything in that future is built from a single repeated choice today. One choice becomes one habit. One habit becomes one pattern. And one pattern becomes one identity. Finally, the identity becomes your destiny. Cool, huh? Even if you're not proud of your past, the next 5 years don't require permission from the last 5. They only require direction and courage. So there's a version of you that you think about only in quiet moments. The version that's sharper, braver, more disciplined, less apologetic. That version feels distant because you meet them only in imagination. But the truth is simple. You're one choice away from meeting them again tomorrow, and one repeated choice away from becoming them fully. And if that version scares you, good. It means they're bigger than your current comfort and exactly the size of your potential. So, 5 years. It sounds long until you live it. It sounds far until you look back. It sounds complicated until you realize everything changes through one quiet choice that repeats itself. A single shift in direction, so small you think it doesn't matter, is enough to rewrite your entire storyline. This moment right now, this breath, this thought, this tiny spark inside you that's whispering that you're capable of more. This is the beginning. Not loud, not dramatic, but real. Your next 5 years are asking for one thing. A choice that honors the future you want instead of the comfort you're used to. Stay with us, because this is where your mind changes.